Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to share with you guys all of the manicures that I've worn the last couple of months. Some of these are going to look or seem a little bit outdated because I wore them during the summer months and now we're in the fall. Quickly, what's on my lips because I do get asked. I have a combination of three items here. This is a lip liner from Professional Makeup in Caramel and this is so beautiful. I have this in my year-long project and I freaking adore this lip liner. I wear it by itself a lot because this color is insanely gorgeous. For lipstick, I use this lipstick from Maybelline. It's called Brown Blush. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is from their Creamy Matte formula and I love this formula. I think it's so comfortable, but I did top it over, and that's the color, by the way. I topped it over with this lip gloss because it is in my year-long project, also from Lorac, and it's in Entrepreneur. Okay, before I forget, because I always forget what I'm wearing on my lips, and then when I get asked, I'm like, eh. In no particular order though, because I don't remember exactly everything that I wore and when I wore it and stuff like that, except for the first one. The first one I know is one of the oldest manicures that I'm going to share with you guys. And I was actually wearing this manicure in the last haul video that I did for nail polishes. So let me start off with this one. I did a little bit of smush mani and I stamped over it. The polish that I started off as a base with is from Sally Hansen. It's the Insta-Dry line, from their Insta-Dry line. It's called White on Time. I'm struggling today. I've tried to start this video a few times and I'm just like, because I think I'm coming down with something. Moving on. So White on Time, I used this as a base. I think I did 1 or 2 coats of this. I can't remember exactly. I wasn't too concerned with the base being completely opaque because I was going to do a little bit of smushing and then stamping over it, but I did want a white base so that the following colors could show up a little bit brighter. And the colors that I use are from Salon Perfect, these guys right here. These are from their Neon Pop collection. This is Haute Pink. I have Frolic with me, and then I also have Icy Haute. This guy I've worn a couple of times this summer by itself and it's just so beautiful. I love this color. So for the smushing, if you're not familiar, all I did was drop the polish on the stamper here and just alternated the colors basically, and then just smushed it onto my nail. That's all I did. It's the easiest thing to do, which I love, and it looks like you did a lot of work, but in reality, you know, I didn't. For the stamping black polish, I used this guy from BMC. It's called Straight Up Black. And I use this stamping plate here from Pueen. This guy I got in a kit maybe 1 or 2 years ago now. And out of all the stamping plates that I have, which is not very many by the way, I tend to reach for this one the most for some reason. So I used a little splatter paint guy. I think it turned out super awesome. I love the way that it looked. I did have some drag marks because of the top coat that I used, which is the Sally Hansen Strengthening Top Coat. That's the one that comes in the clear... Oh, I thought it was there. In the clear jar, and then it has the white cap. It could be because the formula is thinner, or somebody mentioned that the brush is just, it's more plasticky, so it almost adds a little bit too much weight, but it dragged. I did not have a problem with that though, because I feel like it added to the look of the nails and that splatter paint kind of look to it. So I adored it. The next one is from Pot Beauty. This guy is called Baby Blue, which is a baby blue cream. Great formula, 2 coats for full opacity. No issues as far as formulation goes. I do have an issue with the brush. I mentioned it in my previous monthly manis video because I mentioned their lime green one from their line. Their brush is long and thin. Would it be thin but on the shorter side? I don't think I would struggle as much, but because it's long and thin, it makes it a little bit trickier for application, to where I feel like I don't have as much control. So I do try to take my time when applying this. It's okay because this color is manageable and it's easy to clean up around the cuticle areas, but I'm a little concerned because when I placed the order for this one, I bought a couple dark polishes from them, so it makes me a little concerned for those, because if they get all over the place, it's gonna be kind of a messy application. For Morgan Taylor, I have Just Me and My Piano. This came out this last summer in the Rocket Man collection. And I love this color. I did mention that it was very similar to the polish from OPI that came out this summer. They're not the same. They're similar, but not the same. They're in the same color family, basically. I feel like, but I feel like Just Me and My Piano has a little bit more color saturation, and I love this. This is so beautiful. Good formula, opaque at 2 coats. It does dry fairly quickly, so quick, swift application is best with this guy. When I tried applying it the first time, because I did have to remove it because I was like taking my sweet time, and that does not work with this polish, because it dries so quickly, it doesn't level out very well. So I removed my manicure and then applied it a second time, and I was a little bit faster and I had no issues with it. From China Glaze, I have a Pool Party, and this I wore so much this summer. As a manicure, as a pedicure, I freaking love this. This is amazing. A few coats for full opacity. I don't use a white base under it because I've mentioned before, I don't really bother with that. I don't bother with the additional layers because I feel like this is vibrant enough on its own. And just because I have this guy out, I thought I would bring out this guy from Cirque, and this guy is called Game Over. And it's similar, but it's not the same, just an FYI. If you can see, and my camera's not capturing it accurately, but China Glaze is a little bit more orange to where Game Over from Cirque has more red in it. And this guy, great formula. I want to say 2 coats for full opacity and super easy application. I mean, wow. This color is fire. It's so good. It's so beautiful. I love both of these, are amazing. Splash from Dior is another one that I wore. I don't even know what to say. I feel like a lot of the polishes that I wore, not a lot, but like some of the polishes that I wore, I feel like they're just core polishes for the summer for me, and this is one of them. I think the formula is amazing. It's this beautiful aqua color. I constantly get asked, is there anything that I can compare it to? I don't have anything to compare it to. I'm really sorry. I really don't. I think I Need a Refreshment is somewhat similar but not the same, or I had to go get this guy, or something like this in the Cabana, I think is what this is called. Yeah, from ESSIE, but I don't know if you can see. It's just not the same. It's similar, but it's not the same. So I don't have anything to compare it to, unfortunately. I think this is really beautiful. I think this is worth it. The formula is really great. It looks amazing on the nails. I don't know what else to say about this polish. I think it's just amazing and a staple for the summer for me. Another staple for the summer is Fiji. This guy I wore as well. I wore it on the toes. I wore it as a manicure. You're not gonna see too many polishes in this video because some of these polishes I wore multiple times and I just love them. Like Pool Party, I wore it several times. Game Over, I wore it several times. Splash, I wore it several times. Icy Haute, I wore it several times. Fiji from ESSIE, I wore it several times because I think it's amazing and I think it looks really beautiful. And Baguette Me Not, another one from ESSIE. Colors like these just take a few coats for full opacity and just a little bit of patience with application, but the end result is really, really beautiful because they're so pale. So this is a little bit more purple, and then Fiji's more of a pale pink, and both are just amazing. I love pale pinks for the summer. I think they look amazing on, especially, I mean, on the hands, yes, but on the toes, I just love them as pedicures. And one of them I'm wearing, actually a pale pink, I'm wearing on my toes currently right now because I'm obsessed. From LYNB Designs, I have Taurus, and this one says May on it, so I'm assuming it's a monthly release kind of situation. I had never ordered from this brand before, and I only bought it because it says Taurus on it, and I'm a May baby, so I do kind of wish when I got this, or even when I was looking at it on the site, I kind of wish that it was a green color because the May color birthstone is an emerald, and this is a very light purple. The base of this is acrylic, which is really nice because all of the little flakies and the little micro holographic shimmer that it has in there show up on the nails really beautifully, and they sandwich really nicely in between layers, and you know, yada yada yada. It's really, really beautiful. But there's something about, you know, the May baby in me that wishes there was a lot of green going on in this guy. This was still really beautiful. 3 coats for full opacity, which is for me to be expected for acrylic. Moving forward though, I think I'm going to solely stick to this guy during the springtime. I wore it during the summer because I bought it earlier in the year and I had not had a chance to wear it, and I wanted to wear it before the fall came. But I think moving forward for me, this would be something that I would only stick to during the spring. It is really, really pretty. From Cirque Colors, this is where people are going to be like, what? Don't throw stones at me, okay? Okay. I think it looks amazing in the bottle. It has this 2-tone gold metallic glitters in here. Some are yellow gold and some are rose gold, which allows it to break it up a little bit on the nails. So it allows it to look a little bit more reflective on the nails. And it does in direct sunlight. it looks super amazing. If my nails looked like what they look like in direct sunlight constantly, I would be completely in love with this nail polish. But in just regular lighting indoors, it just, I don't love it. I don't. I'm gonna put on Lucid Dreams from ORLY, which is not as, it doesn't look as broken, like the particles are not as large as this guy. But against my skin tone, I feel like that one looks so much better against my skin tone, to where this one, I feel like it makes my hands look dead. My hands are tanned. And it drains the color out of my skin. I'm not a fan. Ow. But it's how I feel. And the same thing is gonna go for this guy. I just don't love it. This is Succulent Garden. Okay. I've worn this guy a few times as well. So I put this guy on, and I put it on during the spring as well, because I had this in my spring seasonal rack also. And I was kind of like, it's pretty, but I'm not really all for it. So I put it on again early in the summer, I want to say. It's pretty, but it's not, I'm just not doing anything for me. I put it on yet again, and I still don't love this. And I think the reason why I don't love it is because I have a similar polish that I actually adore. And so for me, it doesn't replace it. I have Butter London Two Fingered Salute. This is in my fall seasonal rack, but I pulled it out to put it side by side here. In person, Cirque has a little bit more blue in it, so it almost looks a little bit, it makes it look a little bit dusty. And Two Fingered Salute to me looks more like a sage kind of green. And the red shimmer particles in Two Fingered Salute are larger, so it almost looks like they're broken up on the nails. They're so freaking pretty. This polish is so beautiful. And so I got this guy because they don't make this polish anymore, and I want to show it a lot of love. I don't want to just hold on to it just to hoard it. I do want to use it while it's still good. And so I got this guy to see if it compared to my Two Fingered Salute that I adore so much, and it does not compare to me. I'm kind of heartbroken because I know so many people love it and praise it, and it is really beautiful. But this is another one similar to this rose gold one, that it drains the color out of my hands. And that just does not work for me. So I'm gonna try to wear them during the winter, and because some polishes for me, they don't look great on me year round. They look great on me during certain seasons. So I try to give polishes opportunities. If they don't work for me during the winter, I'm gonna get rid of them. I think I'm just gonna give them to my mom because I think she would really enjoy something like this. So moving on, I have Bliss Polish Nirvana, and this was a gift to me from Joy here on YouTube, and this is so freaking pretty. Oh my god, I mean, amazing. This has more of a pink nude base and holographic shimmers throughout the entire thing. It's so pretty. I wore it for a good 4 days. I don't think I had barely any tip wear on this guy. It was, and if there was, because the color is so soft, it's barely even noticeable. This is beautiful, not only in formulation but also in color. It's very delicate, it's very sophisticated, it's very classy looking, like an all occasions kind of polish to me. Holographics show a little bit more in the sunlight. Indoors you can still see the holographics of this polish though, but they're a little bit more understated, and still you can see the little rainbows, but very delicately you can see them on your nails. I thought this was great. I can't remember when we did this collaboration, but I did a collaboration with Carolina from Gotta Love Polish, V from Your Girl V, I think Sue from Instagram, she joined in on it as well. I can't remember who all else, Joe from Polish Talk, and Carolina was coming back because she had taken a break from just social media in general, and she wanted to announce that not only was she coming back, but she was also pregnant with a little girl, which is so adorable. And so she wanted us, or she asked us to do some kind of pink manicure, which I thought was super adorable. This was not a polish that I had on my summer seasonal rack. I had already worn the pinks that I wanted to wear for the summer, and so I pulled a pink that I had not worn at all from LA Colors. This is their Color Last line. I have a few of these that I still have not worn, by the way, and this is called Family Ties, and it has more of a jelly-ish kind of formulation to where it looks a little bit squishy on the nails. It's so freaking beautiful. This was amazing. I want to say 3 coats for this one, and then I did an accent nail and I pulled out the oh so loved holographic pearls from Revlon. Oh, these two together looked very Barbie pink, very girly, I love these two together. They were so fun. I loved that manicure. I think I wore it for quite a few days because it looked freaking adorable. I love holographic pearls in general. I think this is probably one of my favorite holographic polishes from the drugstore in general because the holographics are so freaking sparkly on the nails. They're amazing. 3 coats for full opacity for this guy, and then 3 coats for this guy. The next polish is one that I currently have on my toes right now. I wore it as a manicure, but I also wore it on as a pedicure. For a good chunk of summer, this guy stayed on my toenails because I think this is so beautiful. I love powdery pinks in general, and this guy has a little fine shimmer that kind of shifts from like yellow, blue, green, so on and so forth. So this is Beautifully Bizarre from ORLY. Tricky formula, you know, you got to take your time with it. Drying time does take a little bit longer, and this guy's 3 coats to get opaque, and another one that to me is a staple for the summer. The next polish is from Poetry Cowgirl. This guy is called Lovers and Madmen, and this is a duo. It has more of a medium tone purple base, a little bit on the jellyish side because it did take 3 coats for full opacity, and it's more of a duo. So it has this duo that kind of shifts from a blue, yellow, and green. It looks freaking beautiful in the bottle. I don't capture that duo as strong on the nails, but I still capture it, and I think it looks really pretty. And I feel bad saying this because this was a gift to me, but this was not my favorite on me. I feel like it almost washed me out a little bit, and I had an similar issue with these two here, and for that reason, for me, it just wasn't a favorite. From 90 Lacquer, I have Mango Sunrise, and this is amazing. I love this. This is beautiful. I see this polish not only being great for the summer, but I also see it being great for like Halloween time because it has the orange combined with the black. So this one has more of a neon orange, kind of creamsicle color, and it has some shards of matte black glitters that distribute really well on the nails. I adored this manicure. I thought this was amazing. From SinfulColors, I have Deep End, and this one is more of a dusty blue, and then it has this teal, very fine teal little shimmer running through it. That's really beautiful. This one has a really great formula, 2 coats to get opaque. Passion Pixie from NeverMind is another one that I wore. I want to say I wore it 3 times this summer. And this one has more of a, I want to say a silver holographic base. And then it has a very fine dusting of purple shimmer. And then it also has some multi-chrome flakes running through it. This is so beautiful. You can see the holographic, you can see the purple little sheen, and then you can also see the multi-chrome flakies. 3 coats to get opaque. I feel like what's different from the bottle and what's on my nails, when I look at this bottle, I see that purple little fine shimmer, that little shift, a little bit stronger in the bottle, so it almost makes it look like the base is more purple than silver. But on my nails, I feel like I see more of the silver holographic base, and then you capture that purple little shift or flash constantly as your nails are moving, as well as the duochrome flakies on the nails are constantly visible and constantly shifting. This is really beautiful. The last polish that I have to mention here is one that I have on my nails right now, and this is from OPI. This is called Miami Beet, and I've mentioned this about other polishes before, that sometimes the formula is so good that it almost applies itself, and this is one of those polishes that the formula is that freaking good. 2 coats for full opacity, very easy application. The color is really beautiful, and when I put this on, because this is my first time putting it on, and I feel like it's coming up a little bit brighter in the viewfinder than it does look in person. In person, it looks like beet juice. This is the first time that I wear this nail polish, and when I put it on last night, I gasped a little bit because you know when there's those polishes that you like, when you see them and you're like, oh, that's really pretty. But then there's those polishes that you put on and you gasp a little bit because you immediately adore it. You know you adore it. You know you love it. And that's how I felt about this nail polish. So that is everything for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what some of your favorite manicures for the summer were. I don't even know if you guys are still in the mood to talk about summer manis, because we're already in the fall. But let me know what some of your favorites were to wear during the summer. For me, Mango Sunrise. Oh, this was so amazing. I love this. Game Over from Cirque Colors was beautiful. Pool Party. Dior Splash. Fiji. I really adored this manicure though that we did for Carolina. I thought this was so freaking adorable. I think this was also one of my favorites. And then the Smush Mani that I have too many favorites to mention, to be honest with you, because I really enjoyed some of the manicures that I wore this summer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.